Hello guys, um, welcome back to the channel. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded for a very long time. Yeah, I was just trying to focus on my life more, and um, that's why I stopped doing the readings. Um, but yeah, I'm going to start doing them again because I actually noticed that my life and my instincts are better when I'm doing this sort of practice. Um, and actually get in tune with the universe's patterns easier this way. So today we're actually going to just start off with a general energy or current situation type of reading, just to get back in the flow of things. And then in the coming weeks, I'll try to upload like every week at least once, and just try to do different topics based on um, what I feel like should be talked about in that moment. So today we're doing general situations and current energy readings. And as I had decided previously, I'm not going to be doing future readings because I feel that even if you don't take tarot readings as a fortune telling type of thing, those things can get stuck in your head if you're expecting them to turn out a certain way, and that can actually sabotage you because you don't let the universe flow how it should be, but rather you're basically kind of like subconsciously manifesting how things should be. And then when they don't work out like that, then you get disappointed. So that's why I had previously stopped doing future readings, and that's why I'm going to continue to not do future readings and just present things. Also, for anyone who's coming new to the channel, I take tarot as a as more of a clarification tool into the things that are going on in the energy of the universe, your energy, and how those things are interacting, and then as well as things in your subconscious mind that may not be clear because they're in your subconscious, or like under the conscious thoughts. But with tarot, it kind of brings those things out and clarifies them for you. That's also another reason why I don't do fortune telling with that. And finally, fortune telling, I think everyone has free will and they are free to make their own choices as they wish. That is another reason why I do not do future telling. But definitely, my tarot readings can help you with clarification, advice, things like that. So I hope you guys subscribe to the channel, and don't worry, I will be consistently uploading from now on. Yeah, thank you guys. So I'll give you guys time to tune in mentally and prepare yourself however you want to, and then pick one of these flowers. So just go ahead and take some time, and if you need to balance yourself, you can either do some sort of like all chakra meditation before you pick, or just take a few deep breaths and calm yourself, relax into yourself, or even try to imagine that you're connecting to the universe's energy in the space around you. And then just pick the one that you feel compelled to pick, the very first one. Even if it's like a second thought, that's the one that you should go with. Okay, go ahead. Okay, so pile 1, welcome to your reading. So I'm using the Star Spinners Tarot over here for your reading. So I tried to tap into your energies, and I know this is a general reading, so there will be maybe just like a rough saying since I've been out of practice for so long in terms of general readings, but I'm going to try to tap into everyone's energies. But yeah, so starting off with you guys have this layout over here. And my eye first went to the Emperor over here and the stars on their throne. as well as the Fool's bag here. So these two cards fell out in combination. And from what I can see here, it feels like your dreams are about to come true. And all the hard work that you put in, you're in a very like mature state of mind right now. So all the hard work that you put in is going to come to fruition very soon. And because the Fool card is coming out in reverse with right next to the Emperor, it's like this energy of you're not at the beginning of your journey, you're near the end of it, and those things are happening over there. What else can we see here? Okay, with the Page of Cups, it feels like you might be meeting someone new, or you have met someone new, someone very innocent. Right now, I'm seeing like someone that's slightly tan, youthful, and like has like dirty blondish hair, and they smile a lot. They're kind of giving me like surfer looks, but rich boy manners, I guess. And then with the Sun, it feels like you're flying very fast and rapidly towards a goal, and to grab it. Yeah, and it's like nothing's in your way. It's just like it's like an eagle going for their prey. Like they've spotted it, and now they're just gonna dive in and grab it. With this as well, with the Seven of Coins, I'm focusing in on the bird's head over here with the bubble, and it feels like you guys are thinking about your finances and your career goals a lot. I think that could also be related to this Page of Cups as well here. It's like all your emotions are going into whatever this career goal is. And then we've got the Lovers in reverse, the Knight of Coins, and the High Priestess. So with the High Priestess, again, this mature and calm energy is coming out. You guys are very focused, and you guys are very in your own, like, zone. So, your life is basically working out exactly how you want it to be, because of the effort that you are putting in. But you're also very calm in terms of, like, you know that whatever goals you set your mind to will work out because you put the effort in and then they happen. But with the Lovers coming up in reverse and the Coins in reverse, feels like you might be too focused on your career that you're ignoring all of your other relationships and all other kinds of opportunities that may be coming your way, especially in terms of love. And we can see that over here as well with your overall energy card. It's like she's kind of backing away, or like saying, just hold on a minute, please, from this person that is trying to approach them very vivaciously. Yeah, and then again with the Judgment card coming out in reverse as well, you've got this, you're like avoiding making the call or making the decision and choice to go through with this. Yep, and the Queen of Wands again. Like you're so focused on your own like career goals and your current energy that it's almost like you're building like an invisible shield or protection against love and relationships coming in. Okay, so now this time the first time I asked for like any truth that God wanted to show me and you, pile 1. So, but this time I'm asking for your current situation going on, and it's giving me the same energy as like you're very focused on your goal and you're very in your own. You've got life figured out and everything like that with the Empress, and that's actually quite nice to see that the Empress is coming out in comparison to the Emperor from the last part. And in conjunction with this, what is that, Nine of Swords coming out in reverse, it's like you don't have any worries about your life. MashaAllah, alhamdulillah. And basically you're just in control of everything and there's nothing that freaks you out. And you're just continuously pouring into your dream and making them grow and flower. And you can see kind of like in both of these areas, right, there's something that's trying to get the attention of the other person. In this case, it's a negative one, which it doesn't really matter, but I wasn't even focusing on this, but it's just like a side note. This one I'm actually more thinking about is the fact that you're pouring so much into this dream and you don't even notice that this crane or heron over here is like coming towards you. And then if you look at her expression too, it's almost like a little bit of like a focus type of painful expression. You know, when you like scrunch up your face out of concern or worry, or like when you're so serious about something and even like a tiny mistake, it just like throws you off a bit. It's kind of like that expression, and it's like she's closing her eyes consciously to be able to ignore everything else that is going on and just focus in on this consistent flow of work and effort and making her dreams and goals flower and grow. And again, you can see this bubble around her head, which is again like another protective type of thing. And then with the Temperance coming out in reverse in overall, again, it's this idea that you've made a decision and you're following through with it. Usually Temperance shows that you're balanced between things and you're going back and forth between things like that. But I'm reading this as you have made a decision and you're following through with it. And then we can see in the Five of Coins. So yeah, you're definitely being very protective of the thing that you started and grew. It feels like you might have started something from scratch with your own hands, and that's the reason why you're so protective and so reserved and closed off from everything else and focused on your career, because it's like your precious baby, your project that you started and made grow. Yep. And then again, you have another imagery of a baby being like held by a female figure at the back there. And with death coming out, it's transformations. And again, I'm focusing on these flowers over here and these butterflies that are growing and flying around, right? So again, it's this idea that your dream is flourishing and flowering. Yeah. And with the Ten of Coins, it's just like success. And again, there's this dog over here and companionship coming. So maybe once you're successful, or once you feel like, okay, my finances are more stable and I think that this is like going to be able to take care of itself now, that's when I think you might be open to potentially seeing someone or other relationships and feel a little bit more calm and peaceful opening up and not focusing so much on the goal. But right now you're just focusing in on that. Okay, and finally, guys, now we have your advice for you and your current energies. So I'll do this part first. So with your current energies, your overall energy is coming out with the Six of Swords. And again, it's just giving me, again, that overall energy of being protective of your things and putting up this guard or this fence to protect your child or your baby, your project or whatever it is, and the growth of it. And then over here we've got the Empress again, so that's like a confirmation message basically, and like she's very calm and happy and enjoying her life. And with the King of Cups coming out in reverse, I'm focusing in on the crown over here. It feels like you're very in your head and in your own little world. So that's why you're like just pleased and continuing on your journey. You're not concerned about anything. And with this representing like emotional control, I feel that you are a very mature person, but again, like the rest of your reading, it's saying that you do tend to ignore relationships and everything like that, which is why the crown is sticking out, because it's like you're in your own head and in your own space all the time. You don't give attention to those things outside. You basically find happiness within whatever you're doing right now and within yourself, which is good, mashallah. But everything does need to be balanced, so just a thing to keep in mind. And then with the Nine of Swords, this time coming up in upright, it feels like there might be someone trying to bother you or trying to distract you or get you away from your dreams and your focus. And that might be a little bit annoying to you, but you don't see them that often. And I think this might be the actual like romantic relationship that could possibly come towards you. It could just be them, but you're kind of like, again, backing into this bed like super strongly and away from them. And this isn't giving me like a devilish energy, but more of like a mischievous energy. Um, yeah, so it just feels like they're like really trying to flirt or like come towards you and show their interest in you, but you're just kind of like backing away and reserved, and you try not to like make that much contact with them, which you don't end up doing anyways. It could also be someone that is within your working space, either someone you meet as like a partner or someone that you see once in a while when you go to work or your business. I'm seeing more of like you going to like one of those entrepreneurship startup spaces, and then you might see them like once in a while coming down or having a coffee or whatever, and they try to interact with you, but you're always like focused and just going straight to your desk or your area of work. And even if they do happen to strike a conversation, it's more of like a hello, hi, and then you just like make some excuse to, go to your work. And then with the Three of Wands coming out in reverse, so again, it's like you're looking at all these hopes and dreams that are about to come true, and you're very excited about them, and you're very much in like your own sort of space again. It's very light and airy, feels very elated. And then these two cards were like kind of cards that were stuck to each other, and I wanted to pull them out of the deck, one of these, but the other one came along with it. So the Five of Coins and then the Five in, or the Hierophant in reverse. And yeah, this is basically saying just be patient and do things in a balanced way. Because yes, you want to protect your goals and your career and everything like that, but it feels like you might miss out on a very good opportunity. Either, yeah, I'm seeing this as the relationship opportunity, but that relationship opportunity can also lead to some sort of investment later on that brings in more wealth for you. Yeah, and I'm just noticing this right now, that this is where you are at right now, like in terms of financial level, that you've got one coin that you're starting and you're growing it, right? And then eventually there will be more coins that come step by step. So you'll have this coin first, so that's the beginning of the business, starting to grow. And then as we move upwards, right, you get more and more money. And these two things are going to come in at around the same time, or one right after the other. And then this is the opportunity that you're kind of declining or denying. And if you deny it, then this opportunity or this final growth peak for whatever your business is may not, won't be able to come, basically. So yeah, do things in a balanced way, basically. Don't try to like block off certain energies, just go with the flow of those. Okay, and then advice for you is, yeah, basically focus on the opportunities that you have around you and stay calm, but let go of these like clenched fists. Relax a little bit and enjoy the moment, rather than just consistently working without, you know, without being grateful for what you have accomplished and what is around you. Um, yeah. And you can see there's like 5 ducks over here too with stars. And there's 5 coins over here as well. So again, it's that same idea that you need to be accepting of the opportunities that are around you, no matter where they're coming from. Okay, pile 1, that is your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and sorry if I was like a little bit stuttering on my words. I haven't done this for a long time for a general collective, so that's why it might have come out like this. But with consistent uploads, it will get better. Thank you, and have a wonderfully blessed day. Bye! Okay, hello pile 2. So today we are doing a general reading. I'm going to take a look at whatever truth that God wants me to see, or what He wants you to see. And then we are going to do a reading on your current situation, current energies, and then advice as well. Okay, so I'm using Tarot de la Nuit for your deck. So yeah, let's get started on the reading. And I do apologize if I'm stuttering a little bit or there aren't as many words in this reading. I haven't done this for a long time for the general collective sort of way. So that's why it might take me some time just to get into the roll of things again. But hopefully this is going to be accurate, okay? Enjoy. Okay, so these are the cards that popped out for your current situation, or sorry, not current situation, what truth God wants you to see. So we've got 3 of Pentacles in reverse, King of Swords, the Tower, 8 of Cups, and Justice. And then at the back of the deck, we have the 10 of Swords in reverse. So just starting off from the overall energy, it's giving me a sense of like you're just floating by and almost like barely hanging on, like you're so confused, and you have a very like, yeah, confused sort of energy going on right now. Yeah, there isn't much except for that. It's like just drifting by through life. And if we look at the back here, so the Queen of Pentacles, and I'm focusing in on the key over here. She's holding the key, but she's not using it. So there is something that you guys have that you can use to create financial wealth and success, but you're not using it. And in this way, it feels like she's maybe waiting for a sign or for something to change so that she can use it, or like a confirmation of some sort. But I'm also seeing that some of you guys are just lazy or confused or something like that, so you guys don't really know what the skill could be. And then yeah, at the back we've got the King of Wands. And usually I look at this card as determined, but this feels very like soft look in their eyes. It's like looking off into the distance, but they can't see what's there. They know there's something good for them there, but they just can't see it because it's so far away. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here in the overall cards. And then if we go to the 3 of Pentacles, which is what drew my eye first, again, it's this sort of like wispy sort of energy that's just kind of hovering about. And it's like you guys have a lot of dreams, or you guys are a very dream sort of person, like an idealist, not an idealistic, someone who tends to dream a lot about like these big ideas or these fantastical ideas. But yeah, they're out of your hand, or you never actually take the step to actually start to do them. And with the Nine of Swords, it's again this energy of like being stuck or being very patient and calm and just being, basically. Like you're just existing. Like there's no reason or rhyme to this. You're just existing and you're floating through time and space. Some of you might actually be trying to do things, but it's like either you guys have so many things that you can do that you feel stuck and you're just being patient about it, or it's the fact that you guys do so many different things that you don't know which one would be the best one for you. And then with the Tower, Eight of Cups, and Justice. So yeah, it's again like this very like flirtatious sort of like emotional energy. And with the Eight of Cups, it's like you're definitely emotionally fulfilled. You're like very at peace, and you're not concerned about the future or anything like that. Like you're not worried about it. But it's definitely this flirtatious energy of like, I want to have a dream, but I also don't want to move right now. But that might change soon. Yeah, because I'm seeing this as more of like a protective sort of energy. This could also mean that you guys are very defensive about your situation when others try to like force you into something or tell you to, like get busy or do something with your life. You're very protective of your energy and your situation. And you can tend to tell people that you're happy with how life is and you're just figuring things out and just taking your time and being natural, which is good, mashallah. But sometimes too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. And with the Tower over here, I'm focusing in on these like fire sort of branches. And it feels like there's like a ring that's being, or like a portal that's being unlocked and opened. So there's definitely something that is coming towards you that is going to be like very revealing of what you should be doing. And yeah, it feels like you're very much in this like calm and peaceful energy and just waiting for that thing to come. Okay, and now we've got your current situation. So again, at the bottom of the deck, you've got this sleeping energy. Like again, you're just waiting and you're just trusting the process and things will work out. And then with the Seven of Cups coming out in reverse, it does tend to give you worry and anxiety and make you anxious that there isn't anything very clear or you don't know the path to take. But you remain faithful and keep your faith, and you keep on thinking of different things that could happen and different ideas. So you're not being unreflective, you're just being patient. Yep, and with the Four of Wands again, you're like hoping for this sign or the light to see something that can give you a confirmation on what decision to make. And when the Five of Cups coming out in reverse, I'm focusing in on this area over here. It kind of looks like silk ribbon or like a cocoon. So again, it's this idea of like preparing for something. And right now it may just look like a cocoon or like a bug's nest. Like it doesn't look that valuable or nice even. But some may even call it disgusting. But once you boil it and you prepare it, at the proper time, then you can take out all these silk ribbons that are very nice, and they can make beautiful fabric with it and a lot of success and luxury with it. So yeah. Alright, so these are your current energies. Okay, starting off with the Page of Wands coming out in reverse. Your current energy that's coming off from this is there is an idea that is growing in your head, and that is a very strong idea that you will become very focused on and become very accomplished and successful in. But the transformation isn't taking place right now. And again, it's this energy of being focused and basically nurturing this idea and growing it and continuing to think about how it's going to work and what steps to take and all of those things. So you're doing like kind of like the foundational work in your mind right now. So that you can take that first move and or that first sacrificial cut, if you want to say, to take the step forward. And once you take that step forward, then that's when all of this more royal and strong and confident and successful energy will come in. Yes, and it's like you're having a very big glow up. Some of you might actually be getting pregnant as well, or getting some sort of like cosmetic surgery on the chest or something like that, or just in general growing up, because I'm focusing on her chest a lot, and pardon me for saying this, but how big they are. But yeah, there seems to be some sort of glow up, or it could also mean that your heart chakra is activating, so you know exactly what to do and you're going to become more happier because of that. And just an overall glow up of your life happening there. Three of Wands is this energy again of like making a choice and seeing which is the right choice to make. And negativities or negative thoughts isn't going to be an issue for you because you're only focused on the positive, like which step should I take, rather than which steps shouldn't I take, which is a good thing to do. And then with the Devil and the Five of Wands coming out in reverse, again, it's this powerful, sexy energy that's coming out, and you're going to become someone that is very difficult to challenge. And that might in turn actually give stress to other people, because you do like this complete switch around from being unambitious and having no goal and just reflecting and being defensive about their reflective status, to someone who is very, very energetic and passionate about the things that they're doing and very confident and protective of their progress to success and their decisions. And then with the Knight of Cups, yeah, so it definitely seems like your heart chakra is opening and there's some sort of enlightenment coming towards you, and a sign, yeah. And the Chariot in reverse, it might take some time, but it's definitely coming. And again, you can see the heart thing. So there's definitely something that is growing, and that's something you are feeding to, but it might take some time. Okay, so the advice for pile 2 is to stay focused on thinking about what you can do and what your options are. Even if you're not doing anything in terms of actions right now, you should still be reflecting and thinking about the different options and the different paths that you can take, or the different ways that you can accomplish something. And with the King of Wands energy, again, it's this reiteration of being in control of your thoughts. and I'm focusing in on the snake here. So don't let temptations and distractions let you move away from thinking about what you could possibly accomplish and what should be your goal or your passion in life. And continue to remain in that protective energy of yours and be strong. So don't worry if things aren't working out or if things don't make sense right now. They will very soon, and just be protective of your energy and just continue to be confident and own yourself. Yeah, and don't turn your back on the ideas. Like if someone's saying something bad about it, just listen, observe, whatever, but be aware of the people around you and the surroundings, but don't focus in on them. Focus on your goal and your dream. Okay, and that is it for you guys, pile 2. So I hope you guys enjoyed the reading, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. Bye. Okay, guys, so now it is pile 3's turn. And if you guys pick this flower, so we are using the Tarot of the Divine here for your reading, and we are just going to go through the truth that God wants you guys to see and for me to see for you guys, and then your current situation, current energies, and advice for you guys. It has been a very long time since I've done general readings, so please bear with me if I'm stuttering or I can't find the words or there's like gaps in between my speeches. But I will try my best to actually read the cards, and hopefully God can guide me to only speak the truth and see it and say it easily. Okay, so let's get started with your reading. Okay, so pile 3, this is the truth that God wants you guys to see. So we've got the Ace of Cups and the Tower coming out, and the Nine of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Overall, I'm seeing some sort of like turmoil energy, or like some sort of conflict going on here. And with the Queen of Cups, you guys are definitely in your control of your emotions, and you're kind of like looking at the other person like as if you're better than them, because they're freaking out while you're very calm and you're just dealing with the situation. However, you could be wrong in this situation as well. I am sensing a little bit of an immature energy in terms of like whether you did the right thing or not, whatever the other person is complaining or screaming about. Yeah, but you guys are very much in your own energy of like being in control of your emotions, just kind of like playing with the wine cups or rim almost, and just amused by the situation and their emotions and their reaction to the situation. And that could be because you think you're right, even though they think that you did something wrong, or yeah, I feel like you might have done something wrong, and that's why they're reacting the way that they're reacting, which is justified, but you're very much just like calm and in control of your emotions and not fazed by it at all. With the Nine of Swords coming out in reverse, is again this, I'm focusing in on the sword right above her head. So yeah, I think you guys definitely did something wrong, which is why the people around you are acting the way that they are, especially this one person. And you're still remaining that calm energy. So I think you do need to reflect on whatever you did and actually decide whether it was the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do. And then with the Ace of Cups and the Tower, so yeah, you poured something into the wrong cup at the wrong time. Yeah. Since Ace of Cups has to do with emotions, I'm thinking if this is like an emotional thing that you did, emotional cheating or something like that. But it feels like you poured your heart into the wrong place. Yeah. And that thing didn't work out because that's the person that told this person who's angry at you about the situation. Or even the other person was like trying to get away from you. Yeah, and that's how this house is, that's what has caused this house to kind of burn down and come apart. Yeah, it almost feels like you were the one who lit the match and then flew out the window, and the other person was trying to save themselves, so that's why they flew out. Yeah, and you're just kind of falling, like, it feels like you're falling with like a loose smile. Like you're not really worried about the consequences, and you guys definitely did something wrong, but you guys don't feel like you did anything wrong, and you're kind of amused by the whole situation, even if it's hurting the other person very badly. And it's almost like this energy of the world is burning and I'm here all for it. Or like this energy of if I'm going down, I'm taking down everyone with me. You know, kind of like that energy. And then even though you know that there is something bad, like ending coming up, like a rock hard cement coming up that you're going to hit, you don't mind it because you think that, oh, I'll be fine, I'll make it out alive, and no matter what happens, like I won't have a scratch on me, basically. So that's probably the reason why you also have this like very calm and in control sort of energy going on here. And then with the 10 of Coins coming out in reverse, yeah, it's like you guys basically destroyed the happiness that you guys had. So sorry to say this message is really negative, but that's just what I'm seeing. There's something to do with a necklace, maybe. Yeah, like maybe you broke a promise or something like that. It definitely feels like a relationship issue, though. You know, with the 5 of Wands, it's like you're climbing over people to get to what you want and what you think is like the thing meant for you or better for you. Yeah, and you're chasing this dream or whatever ideal it is. Okay, let's see your current situation and energies. Okay, so this is the current situation that is going on right now. All right, so overall, there's someone approaching you with flowers. No, feels like you're approaching someone else with flowers. And they might be amused by it for a little time being, but they're not really grabbing for it, even though they look like they are. Very much like a playboy type of energy. Like, yeah, I'm amused by the attention that you're giving me, but you're not the one for me. You're not my type. You know, I'll just play around with you for a little bit and then get out of here. And there's this watchful crow. It's almost like this is your person that you're with, and they're watching you and your reaction, and this person's reaction to your flirting and your behavior. They're watching from afar, but they're definitely concerned about it, and they definitely feel affected by it, like hurt by it. And the 7 of Cups coming out in the back, it's almost giving me like this delusional sort of energy, like you're looking at all of this stuff that could be, but it's all like, all that glitters isn't gold, right? So that's the feeling that I'm getting, like these are all illusions and hallucinations of your mind. Yeah, and with the 5 of Coins coming out in reverse, it's going to leave you like cold in the darkness. And again, with this little matchstick, the matchstick girl story is that each matchstick lights up a dream or a hope that she has, but they're all illusions until she passes away in the morning, right? So that's the same feeling that I'm getting, like you're focused in on this matchstick light, and you're not even focused on this window over here, which is like a more warm space. that you can actually go into if you just took the step and the proper way to go about accessing it. Okay, and then with your current situation, let's see where we can start off. So let's start off with death over here. So again, there's definitely some sort of sneaky behavior that's happening that you're doing, and I think the intentions of the persons you're going after are clearly not good. They're negative, and they're definitely not interested in you in that way, but I feel like you like the excitement of going after it, and it's like sort of mysterious for you. It's very romantic sort of ideals going on here. But it's not the right thing to do with the justice coming out in reverse right next to it, right? You need to stop and you need to judge the situation for what it actually is, rather than trying to protect yourself from the good things that are coming at you. And then we'll go to the Two of Swords here. I'm seeing, yeah, you're making a decision that's going to lead to a lot of like bad things happening, basically, like conflicts in the home, outside, with your partner. And that's actually going to throw your own life into turmoil as well. It feels like you might actually like start to lose control of your life, and it's just going to become like super chaotic. It's reminding me of like one of those girls that are just like YOLO, or like freedom and independence, and then they end up doing things which they later on regret. So yeah, that's the type of energy that I'm getting here. Like rich girls, bad girls, do it well, die young. Yeah, that MIA song popped into my head. So it's that sort of energy going on here. Now with the King of Coins, the Knight of Wands, and the Moon coming out, again, it's this idea of like chasing after ideals, right? And this romanticist ideas, what you think romances should be like, and what you think is your true romance or soulmate or whatever, right? But it's all like a delusion in your head, because these King of Coins is coming out in reverse, meaning it's not real, and you're not operating from a place of abundance and growth. You're rather focused on the material or the physical wealth. So it might be that this person that you're going after is very attractive and charismatic. I'm definitely seeing that they do have this like sort of F-boy or playboy type of energy where all the girls are chasing after them and all the dudes are friends with them and all that stuff, and then they giggle or like flirt a lot and laugh a lot. And they are attractive, but it's definitely not a abundant energy going on here. You can also see this moon behind it, right? It's almost like this little forest over here is closed off from the rest of the world. So again, it's this sort of energy of like closing off your own happiness by focusing in on things that like are meaningless, and won't last long. And yeah, with the Nine of Wands coming out in reverse, again, it's like you're leaving home. So you're leaving your safe space, you're leaving home, you're leaving the place that is actually warm and meant for you, and going on this journey like towards something that doesn't exist. Like you're holding super tightly onto this doll, which is again like an idea of childishness and childish dreams, right? And I'm also seeing that you might be concerned about it, about the decision that you're making, like if it's right or wrong or whatever, but you're still following through with it. And then we've got the Hangman, Ace of Swords, Nine of Cups, Four of Coins, the Wheel of Fortune, Three of Coins. So with the Hangman coming out in reverse, it's this idea of being at peace with your decision, right? And then making the decision to not cut through this yarn, but it almost feels like you built this yarn to protect yourself, and you're backing away from it now into like some sort of like palace or something like that, where you believe that you will be happy and live forever and all this stuff, and you will have all the wealth and happiness and joy in your life. But it's really just, you're just trapping yourself. And yeah, you might have like a little bit of wealth and stuff like that, but it's going to be very difficult sort of living. I am getting a little bit of like a toxic relationship where the person doesn't really tend to let you go out, and you're just at home all day long, and if you like want to say something or speak up or whatever like that, like they get angry or they get pissed off, and then they explode on you. So you've got like sort of like a little bit of like a worried and like, haha, don't hurt me kind of a feeling, but you still want to stay in the relationship. And the main reason that you do tend to stay in the relationship, though, is not because of the person, but rather because of what they have to offer you in terms of wealth and stuff like that. So, like, material wealth is what you're staying in the relationship for. You've got, like, a nice house, you get, like, I don't know, fancy bags and, like, dresses, and you get to dress up with makeup and all that stuff, right? So you're looking at the physical luxuries, but it's not like something super fancy or like a lot of it. It's just there though. And with the Wheel of Fortune, like things, it feels like this person is playing like a circus. Like there's definitely this idea of chaos going on in your reading right now. A lot of like just jumping up and clowning around and that type of behavior, but like you're having fun all in the front, but in the back there's a spider web being wound, right? So it is a dangerous situation to be in, and not as fun as it looks. Or you believe it to be. And then finally with the Three of Coins, it feels like you might even like be announcing to the world how happy you are in the relationship, or how happy you are with the situation, how everything turned out. But it's like there's one person that's like very angry with you about this, or just in general very angry about you. And this could be your, like, the partner that is actually meant for you and that actually cares for you and loves you. And the other person that I'm seeing is like maybe your friends. They're concerned about you, and they might be thinking that you're pulling off a facade and lying to them, because they can clearly see like there's something that's giving them like an odd feeling that something's not right, and you're not actually as happy as you are showing it to be. Okay, and now we've got your current energies. So the very first card that popped out was the Two of Cups. So that does show that you are in a loving relationship that is well balanced and meant for you right now. But you're definitely running away from it, with the Chariot coming out in reverse. And it feels like there's a lot of like snapping back that you're doing at whoever tries to keep you in the relationship or tries to prevent you from making this decision. I'm also focusing in on this like shadow of a elephant, I believe, with a house or castle or something on his back. But it's like something that you can't quite make out is what you're leaving behind. And it feels like this is actually like a lot of abundance and wealth and success, but you're leaving this all behind because it doesn't make sense to you. It looks ambiguous to you, and you don't think that it's going to happen where you are right now. And you're just turning away from it to another direction and going there. Yeah, with the Six of Wands, you're being very sharp with your actions and your words, and very curt. And you've got your hold on the reins, but it's not like super tight either. There is a possibility that you could change, but it's very, very little, because you are still holding onto the reins. And then with your overall energy over here with the Six of Coins coming out in reverse, It feels like you're letting go of all the abundance that you have, and like tying loose knots or loose ends up so that you can leave the relationship without any sort of like connection to it. I feel like this person that you're breaking up with, or that, or cutting, think that, is not the one that you should be with, or that they're not going to be able to provide you with what you want and what you need. They're just kind of looking at it and they're a little bit confused, but they're just letting things play out because they don't really know what you're up to. They think that you're still going to be in a relationship. Now, the 7 coins coming out in reverse, again, is this imagery of fire. And with this, I'm seeing like tensions rising, or like this silent conflict going on between two people. And then you're talking a lot about it with your friends. So you guys might be sharing your decision to leave your partner and go towards someone else, or the fact that you guys are already going towards someone else and flirting with them, and how their reaction is and all that stuff. And so you're thinking of leaving your current partner, and your friends are like laughing and smiling along with you, but really in their mind, like especially this one friend, they're definitely like concerned because they don't want this to be a joke. The vibe of it is like, oh, I'm playing it off as a joke, but in actuality they can see, and they're sincerely hoping that it's not a joke because they know how good the partner is for you. They might even actually try to tell you not to do it, or to not think that way and say something lightheartedly to advise you against it. And this other person is just here sitting and watching the conversation, so she's not too concerned about it or anything. But she also is thinking that it's just a joke and you're just saying things, like you're not being serious. Okay, and now you have advice for pile 3. So starting off, we've got the 3 of coins. So the very first advice is to stop talking about all of this stuff. Stop announcing it to the world and stop acting as if you are doing something good, and something to be proud of. So that's the very first thing. Stop announcing it to the world and stop trying to make your person angry, purposely. Yep. And the second advice is the 4 of Wands in reverse with the World. So count your blessings and see what you have in front of you. Is telling me to remember your marriage, or the day that you guys were married, or the first day that you guys met, something like that. But it's telling me like remember your relationship and the beginning of it and all of that stuff and how much you were in love, and see what you actually have. Like count your blessings, like literally sit down and think about like, okay, what do they do? What does your current partner do for you? And what are the things that you are happy with? Because that is actually going to lead you to see that you are meant to be with the person that you are with, and that they are your perfect partner. That's actually going to increase your love a whole lot as well. And you're going to feel very secure in the relationship, even in times of challenges and when you might have to tiptoe around a bit of like difficult situations or whatnot. And then we're going to look at the overall energy. So the overall energy is basically the 6 of Swords. So you need to row backwards to the island that you were at first. Even if you continue to stay focused on this goal, you still need to go back to where you were. And with the Hierophant coming out in reverse, I'm focusing on the open palm, but what does that mean? It means to be open to receiving the love that you want from this relationship that you're in right now. And then with the Five of Swords here, yeah, cut off your, whatever this weird connection is with this other person. Yeah, you need to cut it off, and you need to be serious about the relationship that you are in right now. And see the other person for what they truly are, which is not a good person. Then with the Eight of Coins, Queen of Coins, Page of Cups, and Five of Cups in reverse. Yeah, so stop working hard on something that's actually just going to end up making you bleed and is going to give you a lot of bruises and injuries. And you can see that she's like weaving pentacles, right? Which means, or coins, basically like for material wealth. So you're working so hard to get like some sort of physical abundance and wealth and success. But all of this wealth and success is not really valuable because it's all made from like A, hurting yourself and being bruised at the end of it, and B, the coins that you make are just ivy. They're not actual gold or coins. So all that hard work will be for nothing. And you're just going to be left with like average value items. And then with the Queen of Coins in reverse, do not listen to the temptations. Do not hold the coin that you have right now and be proud of that coin and love that coin. But do not listen to these temptations that are watching you or trying to slither their way into your life. Like, don't. If you must, you can grab it by the tail. This feels like you're playing a trick on them. Like, oh, you seem like you might be interested in them and they're coming closer or whatever because you seem like a challenge, and you're protecting your partner and you're staying true to your partner. They approach you, try to flirt with you, you stay your ground, but then you might just come off as like, oh, maybe I'm interested, but in actuality you're just setting them up to grab their tail and then fling them out the door all of a sudden. And that could be by using your partner's strengths and calling them over and shocking this person so that they never do this sort of thing again. Or like literally throwing them out of the bar or the club or whatever. And then Page of Cups and the Five of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you need to stop stressing out about the things that you think aren't going to work out, or you think that this is not an emotionally fulfilling relationship that you're in right now. And yeah, again, count your blessings with the moons coming out in the back over there, and let the string of fate make your decision, not yourself. Yeah, and stay grounded. Don't be delusional. Stay grounded, and be strong in the relationship that you are in. Okay? Alright, so guys, that was your reading. I'm sorry if it was very negative or whatever, but I'm just reading whatever the cards are showing me, and I hope the advice can actually help you out, because I really would not like to see you guys go through some sort of difficult or negative situation and leave behind the person that you should be with, or that is actually loving towards you and is going to give you everything that you actually want and need. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed the reading, even though it was negative, and maybe you learned from it, hopefully. And I hope you guys have a blessed week and continue to stay positive, okay? Thank you, and have a great day, guys. Bye.